Jeremy Sports Network coming to you live. Hey, we back for another edition, another show. I want to thank all the fans out there who's all a part of the Patreon Club, fan club. I thank everybody for your support. Continue to support Jeremy Sports Network. And today, we finna go ahead and jump right in because I already have somebody on the line. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know who this is. Hopefully he's gonna be a future co-producer on the show. We get into this LeBron situation. What is going to happen with LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers? Because it's too much disrespect that's being thrown out right now. The disrespect that LeBron is dishing out to his upper management. The disrespect that LeBron is dishing out to former players. I mean, LeBron is even disrespecting his own teammates right now. So this is big. But we're gonna go ahead and bring my man, my brother from another mother, Martavius Flanagan on the line. And first of all, let me go ahead and say, before you jump right in, LeBron James is very disrespectful. He's whiny, just like Charles said. He's a crybaby. He doesn't want to compete. I mean, because it's just being real. He wants to get better. You're the defending world champion. What are you crying for? I seen Kobe Bryant win championships with his squad. I didn't see Kobe crying saying, oh, we need this, we need that. No, what Kobe did? He went out there and produced. Okay? People are always talking about LeBron James is the greatest ever. First of all, like I just said, that man that just retired, the former 8-2-4 Kobe Bryant, I never seen this man complain at all. All he wanted to do was win. This man had Kwame Brown and Devin George on the same team with him, and he won a playoff game. Struggled to win it, but he won a playoff game. So all this what LeBron James is doing is basically, it's pissing me off because of the simple fact you're supposed to be King James. You're the best player in the world, and you're crying all because Kevin Durant went to the Golden State Warriors. Now you feel as though you need to get you another star player on your team so that you can beat Golden State again. Really? Is that what it is? You've owned Kevin Durant throughout your career. You've owned Kevin Durant throughout your career. So now Kevin Durant teaming up with the Splash Brothers have you nervous right now? Come on. So I'm gonna go ahead and let welcome Marty into the show.
What's going on?
Nothing much, man.
How's everybody doing out there? All right, man. Let's get into this. Honestly, LeBron James, I'm not going to knock it. He is the greatest player right now in the league. I think he has, to me, to be honest, I think he's better than Stephen Curry. But everybody's on this super team thing. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with it. But the level of disrespect that was dished out, I understand you've been taking it for years. You do not have to do it to one of the 50 greatest players in the league. We all know how Charles Barkley runs his mouth. We all know how that happens. But the level of disrespect did not have to be dished out back into him. I think there's a certain way of dealing with things and handling issues, and I don't think he went about that the right way. Honestly, and this is just my opinion, you already beat him once this year, Golden State. You beat them once. You have the players around you. I understand there's a need for another veteran guard, which Cleveland does need. But you do not have to go about it that way by whining and publicly making statements about management and all that.
So do you feel, let me ask you this. Do you feel as though Charles Barkley doesn't know anything about winning because he never won back-to-back championships?
Honestly, in my opinion, what does that matter? There's been players who never won championships. I mean, look at John Stockton, Karl Malone. That Utah Jazz team for years was great. Great. You never once heard those guys complain about what they had on their roster, like you just said. We all saw how Kobe won championships with no star potential on his team. Pau Gasol's a great player, but is he really as great?
Okay, let's put it like let's clear it up. Let's clear it up for everybody out there. Okay, when we say what Kobe Bryant did in winning those the last, I'm talking about the last 3 times he went to the finals. Let's not talk about with the Shaq that when he three-peated with Shaq era. We're not talking about that era. We're talking about this era when Kobe Bryant went to the finals 3 years straight and won 2 out of 3. We talking about those Lakers, and Kobe Bryant had on that squad Lamar Odom, right?
Yeah, he had Lebron.
Who else? Matter of fact, let me pull up that Laker. What year was that?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was the 2008, 2009 squad that actually ran that table. He played with Trevor Ariza. He also
Shannon Brown.
Exactly. These are players.
It was okay. This is who was on that roster in the 2008-2009 Laker year. Jordan Farmar, Derek Fisher, Sun Yee, Shannon Brown, Kobe Bryant, Sasha Vujic, Trevor Ariza, Adam Morrison, Luke Walton, Lamar Odom, Josh Powell, Pau Gasol, Andrew Bynum, and DJ Mbenga. But now let's not forget Chris Mihm and Vladimir Romanovich was also on the team, but they had got traded. So who else is on this?
Also had one of the greatest coaches that played ever.
But who else is on this roster? Who else is on this Laker roster that you will be like, oh my God, like Kobe Bryant just played with 3 legitimate stars on this roster. I see just Kobe Bryant, Derek Fisher. I'll give D Fish that. But D Fish, now I'm not even going to give D Fish that star power though. I'm not going to give D Fish that star power. He was there. He won championships. But that's what I'm saying. So this is the same. I mean, what changed about this team? Okay, what changed about this team in the 2009-2010?
Well, you have also look at.
I'm finna go to the 2009-2010, right? Let's see. Jordan Farmar, Shannon Brown, Sasha Vujic. They added Ron Artest that year, right?
Yes, they did.
Who else is on this squad that makes them a 3-star legitimate team? 3-star power. I'm talking like a Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson type deal. I'm talking about LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love type deal. Kobe Bryant did not have that. Kobe Bryant did not have that.
But they knew their role. That's the difference between a great player, and that's the difference between a player who is great and still needs the reinforcements, because you can't do what Kobe did. Do not knock me on this. To me, if that conversation came down, I'm not talking championships. I'm talking winning the championship with what you just said, the role players. Everyone knows their role. So if you can't go in the locker room, you're telling me you have no locker room authority in there? You have no control over these players? Is that the issue? Yeah, I mean, management's done everything for you, LeBron. They traded for Kevin Love. Traded for this man.
But did you not? But then did you not want LeBron James to add another player? I thought you said that before. Like you wanted LeBron James to add another key veteran player, maybe like because you was talking about this is. I remember you was talking earlier about this trade with getting rid of Tristan Thompson and those guys. But I'm saying Tristan Thompson's not going to go anywhere. So who could Cleveland bring in? Who could Cleveland bring in by the deadline period? Who do you believe Cleveland can bring in by the deadline period that would satisfy LeBron right now?
Honestly, they just had the 4 players come out and try out. You had Lance Stevenson, you had Mario Chalmers, I forget the third player, but I know it was Jordan Farmar also that showed up. Jordan Farmar outperformed these guys. And we all know Mario Chalmers tore his Achilles last year, so he's probably still in that healing process. We also know Lance Stevenson is a good player. I'm not going to say great, but he's a good player. But Lance Stevenson also has had issues since he's left Indiana. Larry Bird himself said that he should never let him walk away because now he's out there wondering, trying to find out what kind of player he is. He's lost, so no one knows what we have there. But Jordan Farmar, that is a winner. He's a proven winner. He's been with Kobe. He knows what it's like. He's played under Phil Jackson.
Okay, so you want you're choosing Jordan Farmar, right?
I would definitely choose him. Yes, he's not a star name, but that's someone who has proven in the past, like you said, Derek Fisher. You didn't give him that star status. But when it was someone who could take over the game, if Derek Fisher wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, Jordan Farmar was. Jordan Farmar never took the shot that was not supposed to be given to him. Jordan Farmar ran the offense, which is what LeBron needs, someone to run the offense. Even when he was with Mario Chalmers in Miami, we saw confrontation with him getting onto him.
So if Cleveland adds Jordan Farmar to the roster, does that make them better than Golden State? That's the question right now. Since you picked,
definitely not going to happen. No, that's not. No. With the start, no. Golden State right now knows how to go out and look for their players.
But I'm saying, no. So do you feel, because Cleveland is going to cakewalk to the finals. Let's just go ahead and make that straight. There's nobody in the East that can compete with Cleveland. I hate the fact that the East is such a cakewalk. That's why LeBron James have always made his way to the finals, because the East has no competition at all. So he's going to cakewalk to the finals. He's going to cakewalk to the finals. But the thing is, where does this Cleveland team see themselves once they match up with the Golden State Warriors? Because right now, Golden State, they're not worried about who LeBron James add to his roster.
Golden State's playing every night. Golden State, and it was shown and proven a couple of nights ago that they can play anybody off their bench. I've never heard of McCaw. I've never heard of this man, but he took over Draymond Green's spot because Draymond was out for injury. And this man, it's like Golden State didn't lose a beat. So if you can play 10, 11 men deep off of your roster, that tells me that right now you can't be beat. You can't be beat. Yeah, true, we've seen them take some losses this year. Everyone's going to take a loss in the NBA. This is not the NFL where you might have a potential of a perfect season. No,
it's not. With Cleveland, it's not about the losses. It's about how they lost. It's about how they lost, how they got blown out by. It's about how they got blown out by Golden State. It started when they got blown out by Golden State. And when they got blown out by Golden State, they ended up losing how many straight?
I think they went 7-8 this past month in January. 7-8.
But they lost a lot of games straight, though, is what I'm saying. They had lost a lot of games.
They lost. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was 3 or 4 straight that they lost. And it was games that they were actually in. They were contending in those games. But like you said, the need of another guard is what's going on. LeBron wants another star. Forget the Carmelo deal. You're not getting that right now. As much as they keep amping that up and
well, you keep saying he needs another star. Jordan Farmar's not a star.
Jordan Farmar knows how to run an offense. Which you proven a fact to me just not too long ago about the Los Angeles Lakers and how Kobe did what he did with only one other star on his team, whom I believe that his younger brother is better than how that older brother performs, Marc Gasol. I do believe that it can be done. But in today's NBA, it's all about the power teams. LeBron himself even said that the reason why he went to Miami was to win a championship because no one could beat Boston.
Oh, really? Hold on. Really, LeBron? No one could beat Boston? Kobe Bryant beat Boston. Kobe Bryant beat Boston. Do you know? Do you know who Kobe Bryant had on that squad that he beat Boston with? That same Boston squad that blew them off the floor. The same Boston squad that blew them off the floor. Kobe Bean Bryant came back with almost the same roster. The same roster beat Boston. So don't give me that can't nobody beat Boston type thing. So I had to team up with D Wade and Chris Bosh type deal. Don't give me that. There's nothing to it. If LeBron James feels like he needs another star player when you already have Kevin Love, who is considered a star, you have Kyrie Irving, who I feel as though is 1 and 2 or 1A, 1B with Stephen Curry as far as the best point guards in the league, then you have LeBron James. I mean, there's your star three right there. With a J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert, and those guys coming off the bench. And you just signed Kyle Korver. So you have shooters, you have your big three, you have your big man in Tristan Thompson, who just signed an $82 million deal. What is it that James wants? He say, "Oh, we're too top heavy."
I think that sometimes people forget what they do have. You know, you have a future. One of the great. I think he's actually, and this is no joke. I tell people all the time that Kyrie's a point guard and Stephen Curry's more of a two guard. I honestly believe Kyrie Irving's one of the best point guards in the league. I believe that with that being developed, Kyrie was already great before LeBron even got there. But now that LeBron's there, you've made him more into a star. You also have Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson was good. He was a great role player for Kyrie before LeBron came. But now he's a great starter. You have Kevin Love, who was traded there. Kevin Love's numbers have not been the same because you have those stars on the team. But Kevin Love has taken more of a role player position, and he's done well at it.
He's a starter, though.
He's a starter. He's a starter. You have these players. I'm not saying that one can take on the other. With Kyrie and Stephen, they've already had their battles, and it's great. The NBA needs that. Like, those are great right there by itself. So you're saying that you have no stars on your team. I understand you might need another role player, but don't make it as if you need a star. LeBron's trying to go out and get a star like Kevin Durant type stuff. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
So
what do? You go get the role player. Leandro Barbosa was not a star. He's a good player, but he did enough to win championships with Golden State.
That's right. So we want to thank
Sean Livingston is another one too.
Right, Sean Livingston. So like right now, we want everybody to know and understand that LeBron James really he's going to have to get his act together, get his mind right, and get ready because the playoffs are coming, and with the playoffs coming, is going to be a good year for the NBA playoffs because Golden State, we already know what they're going to do, but I really want to see what's going to happen in the finals. But before we let my boy go, I want to thank Marty. Marty, we want to thank you for tuning in, calling in on the show.
No problem.
Hopefully, we hear from you soon.
Oh, yeah, you'll hear from me again. You'll definitely hear from me again. And Kwame Brown did play for the Los Angeles Lakers.
I told you that. So, everyone, please tune in. Next week, we're going to be live. We're going to make sure everybody knows what we're going to be talking about when it comes to this LeBron James situation by the trade deadline. And the thing is, by the time this trade deadline gets here, will LeBron James have Melo or someone else? That's the key question. So Jeremy Sports Network, I'm out. Peace.